guys, welcome back. Guess what happened? Oh, guess what happened? I was on my second and a half. It was on my third flight, but like it was like a minute into my third flight, and it just locked up, guys. It just locked up solid. Look, it's hard to do it now because look, it locked up actually. I was gonna say it's hard to do it now because the motor is out and it's not giving it resistance, but look, it is locked up. It will not turn. Contacted Horizon Hobby anyway. They had me take the motor out, make sure it wasn't the motor. Obviously, we got to trace the problem. We figured out what it wasn't the motor, so they sent me a main shaft and some bearings is what they did. Free of charge, awesome. Thank you, Horizon Hobby. You guys are really good. I contacted them. They just said, hey, look, if you could send us a quick little video of what's going on and your receipt and all that stuff. Yeah, whatever. I bought it from Horizon Hobby, so the receipt was on their website. Easy peasy, right? They hooked it right up, man. They sent it out. Shipping was hella fast, man. They shipped it really fast. Yeah, hopefully it's these bearings. I don't think it's the shaft. That's awesome. I got a shaft. I believe he said he's also sending me a new motor, even though it's not the motor. So I'm gonna get a shaft and a motor out of it. I don't think that's it. I think it's probably more in the bearing area or in the swatch plate main big bearing there, but let's find out, guys. Horizon Hobby took care of it though, guys. Thank you, Horizon Hobby. They hooked it up. No issues. They didn't fight me on anything. They're just like, yep, there you go. No problemo. Very good of them. Canopy comes right off. Just pops off normal, how a canopy does. Very good looking heli, guys. Look at this. The control board's up there flat. Keeping weight nice. I know this isn't about that, but oh my goodness. This heli, don't underestimate it, man. It is so small, but so nimble. Honestly don't know how this comes out. Look at the bottom of this gear. Look here, I'll take the skids off so you guys can see better. All right, I got it off. It's very delicate, guys. You gotta be very careful on where you're holding and bracing when you're pulling stuff, so I was just really working it slowly. Anyway, look on the motor. There is no screw. There is no set screw. There is no mounting screw. There is like this glob of glue. Okay, so we're gonna peel that off. We're gonna peel that off and see what's below glob of glue, because I don't see any other way to get this off, and it doesn't really want to peel off very good either. Obviously the new shaft does not come with a gear on it, so the glob of glue has to be something I can do here. I don't know what I'm gonna put back on, guys. Do you have any recommendations? Horizon Hobby didn't say anything about the glue. Although the motor, you can see, also has, I was trying to hold it in front of the little screen. The motor also has a little dab of glue on it. You saw a little black on there. That's just a little bit of glue. I'm guessing that glue is what just literally holds this on. Is that it? Really? That's all that holds this on is glue? And then this main gear is just gonna come right off. Holy crap. Okay, that was it, guys. It just glued on there. It's glued on there. Cool. That was I didn't know what that was. I didn't know if it was like a lock, like a Loctite type of thing, you know, like they just had it over top of it. But I was looking at the shaft, and the shaft is not threaded, so I'm like, how the heck could they just be gluing a set screw in there? Anyway, I'm glad that worked out. Okay, let us, which should we take off? Let's take off, we gotta take the main shaft out to get to these bearings inside, guys. Just a little bearing here and a little bearing on top, but there's a collar on top of the main shaft, just that little sleeve right there, that collar. So I can't slide it downward. It's all going to slide upwards, but it needs to, I think I'm going to leave the swatch plate there. That's what I was trying to decide, guys, is if I was taking the swatch plate with me or if I wasn't. Easy peasy. Now this, I have a little tiny pick for. I'm going to try to just pick these little tiny links off safely. Oh my goodness. Maybe I'll try to get my big finger in there. Oh, that's scary, guys. This is some tiny links. Very tiny links. I don't know if you saw that at all, but got those out. Now this whole main shaft, you know what? I'm kind of an idiot, I guess. I just talked about that collar in there. That collar is not going to slide out through the swash plate. I thought I was just going to sneak everything past. I'm not. So the swash plate is definitely coming off, which means I have to take off these other links. I'm going to put the skids back on too so I can set it down. Like, you know what, guys? Look, here's my true feelings, okay? Thank you, Horizon Hobby. You sent me parts. That's awesome. That's cool. But I just, look, this thing, I'm scared to death working on it. It's supposed to be brand new. I am now weakening some of the links. Every time you pop it on and off, it just weakens it just a little bit more, you know? Kind of sucks. But that's okay. They did take care of me and sent me new parts. So that's good. Just wasn't expecting to work on my brand new helicopter. My brand new, now rebuilt helicopter. Oh, and these links are so flippin' small. I gotta make sure everything's still in the same spot when I get back. Okay, now the swash plate is out. Well, the links are undone. Now hopefully this thing slides out. And like I said, there's nowhere to really grab and brace it. Whoa! Wow, that shot out of there. I just applied a little pressure and that thing just launched out of there. Okay. There's that. Holy crap. I'm gonna do up these other links right now for the blades while it is off the helicopter. Because I took off these other links. I hope you guys can see this. Maybe if I was to the side better. I'm gonna do these back up. They're the smallest links in the entire world. Probably not. It's probably not the smallest links, guys. There's probably smaller links. But these are the smallest links in the King family arsenal of RC stuff. Oh, I got it! And my big stinking sausages don't really like to grab either, so. Okay, there is a, really hope it's not that swash plate bearing. I really hope not, guys. There is a bearing right here that's stuck on the main shaft when we pulled it off. So let's try to pull this bearing off. Holy cow! Why was that so stinking tight, guys, huh? You guys think that was the one? It looks kind of not good, actually. Like, here, look. You guys, I can't even hold it in a position you guys will be able to see. So I'll put it on the pick. There's like some rust on that. I don't think you're gonna see that. Anyway, I tried. That's all I can do, guys. It's a freaking okay, bearings, let's do this. I should have had this open already, right? But if I really wanted to, I can do a quick little and edit and slice out a little bit. And I'm watching this battery on this GoPro. I am literally watching this battery just like driving an old ass truck with a big block in it or something, man. It is literally just, these GoPros love to eat batteries, guys. It's an amazing freaking camera. I use it for most of my stuff now. But oh my gosh, does it like to eat some batteries up. Trying to get this other bearing out now. I'm worried I'm gonna stab myself when it comes through, or I'm gonna break something on the heli. Yes, and it came out. Okay, bad bearing and bad bearing. I actually didn't look at that one. Let's look at it real quick and see. I can't even pick it up, guys. You know, that one doesn't look, yeah, the other one had like some rusty looking crap on it. That one doesn't look like it, but we're gonna replace it anyway. Put the top bearing back in. I don't know if you guys are gonna see this or not either, but if you look at the bearings, you can actually see the bearings more on this side, and the other side actually looks like it's a little bit more sealed. The ones that I pulled out, the sealed areas were pointed outwards on both of them. So the more open bearing area is kind of sandwiched towards the middle. If you put stuff back how you found it, you're usually not going to be wrong. So just pay attention when you take stuff apart. You'll be fine. Slid in there nice and snug. I like that. The only thing I don't know, guys, is what am I going to put on the end of that bearing to, not the bearing. Not going to put nothing on the bearing. Actually, we are going to put something on the bearing. We're going to put some Label 108 on the bearings. This is what the oils, the lubes I use on my helicopters, all of them. Awesome stuff, man. Label 108. Anyway, I am going to put, what was I talking about? Oh. On the gear, not on the bearings. On the gear, we are going to put hot glue, maybe? What do you think? Think just a little dab of hot glue on there and hold that bearing. I said it again. It's not a bearing, it's a gear. Little dab of hot glue on the end of the main gear instead of the rubber that was there. I had a little piece of rubber on top, so I wouldn't forget which way was up. There we go. Okay, now I got both bearings in. This video's already up further than I thought it was going to be. One of my one of my links is laying here on the table. I didn't realize it fell off one of my servos, so now I gotta get that back on in the right direction. Should be okay. Couple drops of LaBelle 108. This stuff's great, guys. It is electronic stuff, safe. It's not gonna hurt your electronics. Super nice. I put a couple drops on. It lasts a long time. Not a long time. I put a couple drops on every couple flights or so on my big helicopters. Little ones, not as much. I've noticed too on my helicopters that have a fiberglass main shaft like this one does, I try not to get as much on there. I just try to get it on the bearings. But on the ones with my metal main shaft, I lube up that thing a lot. Just for the swash plate to slide up and down one. But on the fiberglass ones, or the carbon fiber, whatever they are, I do not lube where the swash plate goes up and down. Is it proper? I don't know, but that's what I do, and I haven't had super issues, so that's what I do. Where do we go from here, guys? I should probably put this back on. I don't even know which hole it goes in. These are linear servos, which is cool. They're pretty quick. They're pretty responsive. I like them. Haven't had an issue. I believe I got it on the right way, so let's put it on. Yeah, everything looks good, right? All I gotta do is make sure this guide right here is lined up with this pin, that one, on the swash plate. Went silent, right? Excuse me. I didn't get it in there, but you gotta kind of tweak it out of the way to make it work anyway. So I just kind of bent it, put the little tab in there. Good to go. Slide it down. Now let's hook up all the rest of these linkages and see. Guys, this is a small helicopter. Like, I'm really trying to help you guys and show you guys, but holy hell, this is so small. I don't feel like that was right now because I can't make that link reach. Yeah, I think I got that link on backwards. I couldn't quite make it reach. I'll try to show you guys what I mean. Scary. Anyway, this link I put on, I can't make it reach. What? You guys can't see anything, can you? I hope you can see something. This is turning out to a big video, 16 minutes already, holy crap. And yeah, I just gotta flip it around. Probably because I talk about some random baloney all the time. I hope this doesn't happen to anybody else. I know some things happen from the factory that you can't help, but I am slightly disappointed. I am rebuilding my brand new helicopter, but also very relieved that Horizon Hobby took care of it and they didn't just leave me stiffed and screwed somewhere without anything. So again, thank you, Horizon Hobby. Let's try. I'm still just thinking this in my head because that little bit of glue right there on the end of that gear, that little tiny bit of glue that was holding that on, that was literally holding the entire weight of the helicopter. I mean, it's not a heavy helicopter, but if that came off, I guess I would have to pull on these links and these upper links as well, but yeah, you would have instantly crashed though, because it makes your blades turn when the shaft goes up and down. I don't know. I've never had a problem. I got a Nano S2 and I've never had a problem with it and the glue coming off, so I guess that's cool. Just seems scary. The whole thing's hanging up by glue, you know? Okay, I slid my gear on. Now I just gotta glue it. But before we glue it, let's see if it does the lockup thing now. I have a feeling it was that, yeah, I have a big feeling it was that bearing that had rust all over it. It doesn't seem to be locking up now, guys. Yes! That means I can go fly again! I was so excited to get my Nano S3 finally. And it lasted 2 flights, guys. Oh. It's been weeks trying to get a hold of, like, it's been Like, they handled it pretty fast. But for me to line up all the receipts and make a video of what was going on, email it to them to make an approval. A couple emails later, because the first couple emails we were talking about diagnosing, taking the motor out, sending parts here, getting everything put together. I'm like weeks away from flying my new helicopter, you know, so I'm excited, slightly frustrated, also relieved that they took care of me. Again, thanks Horizon Hobby, took care of me, didn't leave me hanging. I keep saying thanks Horizon Hobby, but I doubt ever Horizon Hobby or anybody there is ever going to see this video. I don't know if they will or not. If they do, hey, what's up Horizon Hobby guys? Yeah, like the family thing, right? Yeah, it's fun. The family thing's fun. I'm just going to shove this motor back in here. Hopefully there's enough silicone glue stuff in there and just some natural overall resistance to hold it in place. On my Nano S2, it didn't seem like it had glue on. Guys, that was crazy. The GoPro just finally did my my first overheating. I've heard of it, never had it happen before. But yeah, it just said camera's too hot, shut down. So yeah, it's after lunch now. Went and had some lunch. Now we're back. I can't even remember what we were talking about, guys. I don't even remember. But, yeah, we'll just continue on now, I guess. Yeah. This little tiny wire with this little tiny connector up in this motor right here. Right up in her. Yeah, it's hard to get to. So I'm going to use these little, this is my Leatherman, but it's little needle nose pliers. Try to plug it in. Yeah, it felt like that was a good click. I'm gonna make sure the wires are all out of the way, cause that would suck if they were just sitting there rubbing against your linkages there. That wouldn't be good for anything. Okay, that is on, that is in. The only thing I have left to do now is, what do we have left to do now? Glue the gear. I think that's all we have left to do. Let's see if this, had the hot glue gun heating up already. It's almost. I should have had it heating up a little bit more early, I guess. Oh, I can just edit it out if it. Oh, look, let me take this bottom back off again. Let me take the skids back off. But I do have to, like I said, it's such a small heli, so small that it's hard to get some of the stuff in there. Anyway, I'm gonna make sure the main shaft is pushed all the way down to that sleeve. I hope you guys can see the sleeve. There we go, that's maybe a better shot. There's just like a sleeve, a little collar that's holding the rest of that shaft from going through. Just making sure that's all the way up against the bearing. Making sure the main gear is all the way up. And then I guess we're just gonna put a little dab on there. I don't know if that's the preferred glue. It was like a rubberized silicone thing that came off, but we are gonna use hot glue because that's what I have in here, man. That's usually what I'm gluing the planes and stuff back together with. So that's what I have in here. I didn't think super glue would work good. Epoxy I don't think would work good. This hot glue, I'm worried about it just being a little bit heavier than that other stuff. I was trying to dab it around and I just pulled the whole thing off. So here we go. Let's try a little bit more. Okay. Hot glue gun's a little bit warmer now. A little bit more flowing. Just a little dab on the bottom. Gosh, I hope that works. If not, I'll be contacting Horizon Hobby again and finding out what they recommend for that. I didn't see anything in the nano options, nano accessory thing on their website. I didn't see anything about a little silicone tube or anything. I'm hoping this motor is going to stay. That might have been what we were talking about before the camera overheated, actually. I hope the motor will stay. In my Nano S2, I've gone through several motors because it has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of flights. And this little tiny coreless motor that it has in here, I mean, I consider it a consumable part. I don't consider it a forever part. It's something that wears out. It's going to have to get replaced. But anyway, I've replaced a bunch of them in my S2. Not a bunch. I've replaced 2 of them, I think, guys. Okay? 2 of them. But I don't think it was glued in. There was never any of that glue mark like this motor had on it. It was just kind of wedged in there. So hopefully this one stays. It's got a little pressure on the side of it from the plastic squeezing it. Good gosh, I couldn't think of the word, guys. Well, let's give this a try. I really want to put the canopy back on too, so here, watch this. Okay, there we go. There we go. That was a good little, I hope that edit looks cool when I'm done. In my head it looked cool, but it might look silly now. Let's give it a try. Gonna hold down the roller button, turn on the controller, roll down to model select, because I was on something else. I was on the Extra 300 actually. We went and finally flown the Extra 300. Finally had its maiden flight. It was freaking awesome. If you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out. It was cool. The second flight I think was even better, but I haven't posted that one yet. So you guys get to wait, huh? And I know I have another random video that I want to post. I don't know when I'll post that or not, but okay, here we go. I'm gonna set that right over here. Maybe you guys will be able to see a little bit of flight. I just want to give this a good little test. See if everything feels like it's where it should be again. And yeah. Again, when I'm taking off in flight mode 2, I just put a half stick, go to flight mode 2 or stunt 2, and then take off the hold. Oh yeah, so far it seems okay. Well, it didn't lock up yet, guys, so that's good news, right? I think it would have locked up by now if it was still doing its weird thing. I really think it was that top bearing, that one that had like a little bit of rust color on it. Oh yeah, Nano S3 flying again, guys. It's been a while since I've flown it. Like I said, it took a while to get the parts, the video, the diagnostics, the Horizon Hobbies decision. It didn't take like an excessively long time. They were very fast with their responses. They were very fast with their decisions and stuff, but you know, the whole process. I didn't get to fly my Nano S3 the whole time, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Nano's alive! It's alive! Whee! Oh my gosh, guys, the Nano! I love the Nano! I've heard of this, the K110, is it? Banggood helicopter. It's supposed to be comparable to this. I would like to look into getting one of those and just comparing it and seeing if the overall quality is the same or a little bit off. I know my boys have they each have their own fixed pitch helicopter that they started out with. Woo-hoo! That was weird, guys. I was getting the prop wash off of the table here. So when you're close to the ground, the wind blowing off of your blades hits the table or the ground and helps push up. And then when you're just in the air, you actually need a little bit more pitch or more lift because you're not pushing off anything. You're pushing off air, not something solid. Anyway, when I went from the table to the edge of the table, just playing around, I almost hit the blades because it dropped really hard at the end of the table because of the prop wash there. Anyway, what was I talking about again? I get rambling sometimes, guys. My mind wanders, I get talking, and then I think of something else, and yep, lost track of my thought, and I have no idea what I'm talking about for the next 10 minutes or something. Yeah, it's fun, huh? Cool, guys, it works. That was a whole battery. I have my timer set for 3.5 minutes. That keeps them pretty well close. If I'm flying really hard, I go 3 minutes because it does pull quite a bigger draw on it when you're doing some crazy stuff. But guys, that was a full pack or a full battery. It feels good. It feels good. And it's alive again. Let's bring it in for a landing. Thank you, Horizon Hobby, for helping me. Like I said, I don't know if you guys will actually ever see this. If not, if you do, actually. Well, thank you for the parts. Thank you for helping me out. Thank you for being quick with it. And thank you guys for making such an awesome product. We have a lot of your guys' products, from the Arma to the ECX to the E-Flight to the Blade. I mean, we have a lot of your guys' products. We love all the Horizon Hobby stuff. So thank you guys for being good with it. It was a good experience. Yeah. I don't know what else to say now. Thanks. Please subscribe. Please like. This was my experience with a brand new Nano S3. It did have problems, but Horizon Hobby did take care of them, just like I said. So nothing really to worry about. The only thing I was out was time. Other than that, I was out nothing. I was out nothing. So thank you, Horizon Hobby. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and yeah, hopefully this helps somebody. If you have a Nano that did the same thing, it's probably going to be one of those bearings. Mine was it literally looked pooey when I pulled it out. It had a little bit of rust on it. Okay. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching, and yeah, that's it. See ya next time. Please like, subscribe. Oh, link to all this stuff, guys. Link to all this in the description below. Not to any of this stuff, but to the Nano and an NX8, not a DX8. They don't have a DX8 anymore. They have an NX8 now. So I'll leave a link for the NX8 and the Nano, and I don't know. I think that's it. Thanks, everybody.